Have you ever just felt that heavy weight of wanting the absolute best for a child, but you kind of struggle to find the right words when you pray? Well, today, we are diving into a really powerful little book that tackles exactly that. We're breaking down Out Of, a prayer and prophetic declaration tool by Olivia Jonah. So whether you're a parent, a grandparent, or really anyone who cares about a child, this book offers a simple but profound tool. Let's get right into it.
Okay, so first things first, don't picture some heavy theological textbook. The real beauty of Out Of is its simplicity. Seriously, it's designed to be a practical, really potent tool. The author gives us this simple two-word framework that anyone, parents, guardians, you name it, can use to speak with real intention and faith over a child's life. And, it all comes down to this one single powerful phrase.
And right from the dedication, you can feel the heart of this book. It's speaking directly to those of us who feel that deep and, let's be honest, sometimes heavy responsibility for a child's future. It's this message of hope, just reminding us that prayer isn't just us talking into the void. It's a real dialogue where, heaven still responds.
So you're probably wondering, where did an idea like this even come from? Well, the way the author explains it, this wasn't just some clever thought she had one day. Nope, she describes it as a moment of direct, divine inspiration.
And what's really fascinating is how clear she is on this point. She's adamant that this isn't her own brilliant idea. Instead, she frames the entire thing as an act of obedience, like she was given a spiritual assignment. In that perspective, it really shapes the whole purpose of the book. It's meant to be an instruction, passed on from God to her, and now to us.
The author actually takes us to the exact moment this happened. She was leading prayers for children, and in that moment, she just paused and asked God, what should I pray? And the response that she says settled into her spirit was so simple but so profound: out of. And as she tells it, this wasn't just a phrase, it was a summons, a direction, a deliverance code just for kids. Okay, so we've got the origin story. But what do these two little words actually mean? This is where the book really starts to unpack the spiritual weight that's packed into the phrase out of.
So the whole concept is anchored right here in this biblical declaration from Hosea and Matthew. The book argues that this isn't just a history lesson about Israel or Jesus. It's actually presented as a prophetic template, a repeating pattern of God calling his children out of places of limitation and into who they're meant to be. And this is the part you really got to get. What does Egypt mean here? It's not the country on the map, right? It's a powerful metaphor for anything that tries to hold a child back. We're talking fear, confusion, bad habits, a wrong sense of identity, sickness, you name it. Thinking about it this way makes the declaration incredibly versatile and deeply personal for any parent.
So the book then breaks this simple phrase down into 5 distinct layers. It's not just about getting rid of something bad. First, it's an active extraction, like God is literally pulling them out. Then there's transition, moving them to something better. Third is separation, setting them apart for a specific purpose. Fourth is a powerful declaration of God's ownership. And finally, it's a promise of God-backed change that can totally override old, destructive patterns.
And this slide right here perfectly illustrates that transition piece we just talked about. See, the declaration isn't just about calling a child out of something negative. You're simultaneously calling them into its positive opposite. It's a complete spiritual shift, from fear into confidence, from confusion into clarity, from bondage into freedom. It's the whole package.
Okay, so we've covered the what and the why behind this whole concept. Now, let's get practical. How does the book actually tell you to use this declaration in your day-to-day life?
The process is broken down into 5 super simple, actionable steps. First, you make it personal. Use their name. Second, you state clearly what you are calling them out of. Third, you immediately follow up by declaring what you are calling them into. Fourth, and this is important, you got to understand that you're standing in a place of spiritual authority when you say this. And finally, number 5, be consistent. Make it a daily habit.
And to make this even easier, the book doesn't just give you the framework and say, good luck. It actually provides specific, ready-to-use declarations to help you tackle some of the most common challenges parents face.
There are 12 of these in total, and each one comes with a supporting Bible verse. We're just going to touch on 3 examples so you can really see how this framework gets applied to real-life situations that I'm sure a lot of parents out there can relate to.
So the first one is a biggie for so many kids: out of fear. The declaration is simple, but it is so powerful. Out of fear, I call you, child's name, you walk in courage, boldness, and peace. It directly confronts that anxiety and calls forth its exact opposite.
Next up, we have one that tackles behavior, out of bad habits or wrong patterns. This declaration is all about breaking those negative cycles and establishing positive things like discipline and self-control, calling that child into a state of righteousness.
And finally, check out this really powerful one, out of generational limitations. Wow, this one goes way beyond just the individual child and speaks to breaking negative cycles that might have been in a family for generations. It's about declaring a whole new legacy for that child, positioning them as a curse breaker. So, as we start to wrap this up, the book leaves us with a really profound final thought about the incredible power and, the responsibility of a parent's words.
The book uses this beautiful analogy to really drive the point home. The words a child hears, especially from a parent, they don't just vanish into thin air. No, they land like seeds in soft soil, and whatever gets planted is probably what's going to grow in their life.
And the author really emphasizes that these declarations aren't just empty words. They are actively shaping a child's inner world. Your words can literally become the foundation for their confidence, their sense of who they are, their courage, and their inner strength.
This line from the book it perfectly summarizes the core message. Your voice is their first prophecy. It suggests that a parent's voice has this unique power to speak into a child's future, to frame their potential, and to declare what's possible for them, long before they can even see it for themselves.
And that's really the ultimate takeaway here. Using a tool like this is framed as so much more than just speaking positive affirmations. It's about intentionally aligning your voice with the divine plan, actively partnering with heaven to pull your child out of limitation and into the destiny that, according to the author, has already been designed for them. What a powerful thought to end on.
To trust and see the plan.